Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do on this beautiful Sydney summer's morning is to go through a book summary, and the book summary that I'd like to discuss is entitled Stolen Focus: Why You Can't Pay Attention and How to Think Deeply Again. And this book was published on the 5th of January 2022 by an author named Johann. In this book, the author's exploration of modern attention crisis strikes a chord with all that happen to indulge in its material, as we recognize our own struggles with distraction, being overwhelmed, and the constant and never-ending pull of technology. In this investigative journey into forces stealing our focus, our eyes are opened and hopefully we become empowered. Let's step through some of the key learnings and see where it can take us, so that we can learn to deal with the challenges that our generation is facing these days. And the first key point from this author is where he says that our attention is under siege, and it's not our fault, making it very clear that it's not our fault. Hari's research reveals how systemic forces, from social media algorithms to workplace demands, are actually designed and structured to fragment our attention. And this helps us stop blaming ourselves for the lack of focus. Instead, it allows us to see the larger forces that are at play in our lives. The author highlights that multitasking is but a myth. This book debunks the idea that multitasking is efficient, and Hari explains how switching between tasks actually depletes and drains our cognitive resources and reduces the quality of our work. This book is a wake-up and a call to action for all of us to prioritize single tasking and to give our full attention to only one thing at a time. The author says that technology is designed to hijack our focus. Hari's investigation into how tech companies exploit our psychological vulnerabilities is both fascinating and alarming. Learning about the intentional design of addicted and addictive apps makes us more mindful of our screen time and actually acts as a motivator to set stronger boundaries. The author reminds us that deep focus, deep thinking requires us to take rest, deep rest, in fact. One of the most important lessons from this book is the connection between our focus and rest. Hari emphasizes that our brains actually need downtime to recharge and think creatively, which inspires us to be more intentional and to focus more on prioritizing sleep, work breaks, and moments of stillness in our daily lives. The author also goes on to discuss the importance of flow and the importance of states of flow. He highlights the value of immersing oneself in activities that bring us into a so-called state of flow, where time seems to disappear and we are fully engaged, which reminds us to carve out times in our lives for hobbies and work that truly captivates one. And there is a reminder here and a call to action that reclaiming focus is a collective effort. While individuals and individual changes are important, Hari argues that systemic solutions are needed to address this evolving attention crisis. And this helps shift our perspective from personal guilt to collective action, inspiring one to advocate for changes in how technology and work are structured. And the last key point from this author is where we look at focus as a form of resistance. In a world that constantly demands our attention, choosing to focus deeply is actually an act of rebellion. And the author's message is one of empowerment and a reminder for all of us to reclaim our attention as a precious resource and use it intentionally rather than letting it be stolen by external forces. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5 a.m. Club on this magical morning, and I look forward to coming to you again and again from different beautiful places where we can go on a journey, learn something new, and hopefully incorporate those learnings into our lives. Take care, Yassas, and bye for now.